Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about a movie that came out last night on Disney Plus. It was a Disney Plus original, and let me tell you, as far as Disney Plus originals go, I think this is one of the better ones I've seen.
Modern Movie Review.
Okay, so the overall plot of the movie is there's a little group of kids who go and explore the moon. They live on the moon, and they never get to leave the little dome that they live in. And basically, it's never really explained why they're living on the moon, but the movie takes place about 200 years from now, so I guess it's assumed that the Earth has become inhabitable, but at the same time, they reference people are still living on Earth, so they don't really do a great job explaining that, but that's not really that important. But basically, people who go work on the moon go work in mines or whatever, and they typically are contracted where if they work 20 years or whatever, them and their family and their kids get sent to this magical, wonderful new planet where they'll get to live happily ever after and whatever, right? So right off the bat, we meet these five characters, and I like the way that the movie starts. It starts right in the action. They're trying to steal a rover. There's a lockdown that's going down. They're trying not to trigger an alarm. They're freaking out. It kind of starts establishing some of the characters, and they successfully steal the rover, but an alarm is triggered, and they're like, oh my god, no, this isn't going to be great. And then it cuts back to earlier this day, and it kind of sets up the stakes for the movie. So the main character's name is Caleb. Very interesting character. I will say this. The five leads are all young actors, and I think that they all did actually pretty good. I saw that McKenna Grace was in this movie, so I was kind of like, okay, so there's going to be at least one actor / actress in this movie who is solid. So I was confident that it was going to be a good movie, and for the most part, it was really good. But basically, we're opening up with Caleb. He's in some like little meeting room with somebody, and they explain to him, hey, since your father passed away, you're going to be moving to Omega, which is this new planet that they found or whatever, and he's not very excited about it. One thing that kind of sucks about moving to Omega is you're in cryostasis for 75 years while you're on the trip, so you'll arrive the same age that you were when you leave or whatever, but 75 years would have passed, and so he's sad because he's moving there and all of his friends are stuck on the moon still, and they're going to be living their lives on the moon while he's off just flying to Omega, and he's really sad that he's going to basically miss their entire lives, and he's going to be really sad to miss them. But because of this, he decides to go on this little last hurrah. They go to this place where I don't really get how this logically makes sense, because they're like holding maps and they're navigating the moon, which like it's funny, but at the same time it's like I feel like it's not how that works. But anyways, so they go to this crater because Caleb's parents used to hang out at this crater all the time or whatever, and it was a cute little thing, and he was like, you know what, both of my parents are dead, I'm gonna go there. And something I thought was interesting about this movie, all of the kids kind of had like very tragic backstories, and they actually all like delivered relatively well. Like they seem like kids who have seen shit and have been through shit. Another thing that I thought was interesting, there was a character in the movie, frick, I can't remember his name, but one of the main dudes, I looked up the actor who plays him. He is the youngest person ever to win an Emmy. He's like 13 years old. I mean, he's 13 years old. I'm gonna put his name up on the screen. Did not know that people that young won Emmys. Didn't know that they even got nominated for Emmys. So whatever he did, he must have done a really good job with. And in this movie, he was relatively good. There were some scenes where like they argue and they like got into it. Like they looked great. You can see the tension, feel the tension. I would say that overall the acting of this movie was 10 times better than I was expecting it to be. The storyline of the movie is relatively good. It's kind of like a cute little road trip movie, but it takes place on the moon instead. And it's basically like every stop along the way they go and have fun, make some cool memories. Somebody gets lost or whatever, and there's a lot of like problems that they have to overcome. And then throughout the duration of the movie or whatever, they learn kind of small little life lessons about themselves that they end up using once they get to the final when they get to the final location. And I think that it's pretty cool. I think that overall it's really well done. And the differentiation of the characters was actually really good as well. And something that I really liked about this movie is it had a very sad ending. Well, not sad, but like kind of sad ending, and I thought that was pretty good. So basically what ends up happening is the kids, once they're at the end of their exploration or whatever, they're running out of oxygen tanks. They send out a distress signal hoping that somebody will come get them, But there's a lockdown going on in the movie because there's a meteor shower, and then the meteor shower finally like actually hits and infects them. One of them, their mask gets cracked open or whatever. One of them is on special medication because they have heart problems, and they're like starting to have a lot of issues because the air pressure outside is different from the air pressure in the dome. And there's just a lot of stakes, and it kind of seems like a lot of them are going to get seriously injured and need to be hospitalized, and they're not going to be okay. And then it ends with all of them falling asleep together because their suits are powering off to try to conserve oxygen. And it's a really cool scene. I really like it. And then it cuts to Caleb's perspective. He's waking up from a nap, and the room that he's in is very bright, and it's revealed that he is on Omega now, and everybody else was still on the moon or whatever, and that was really sad. That was a twist I was not expecting. Another twist that's in this movie is his father died, right, and that's why he's going to be sent to Omega. But it's revealed in flashbacks that his father killed himself for his son to have a better life, which I think is really fucked up. This movie was a rated PG movie, but it had some like deep tones. I kind of really liked it. I thought it was really good. Overall, I would say it's a very enjoyable watch. It is definitely a movie that's made for kids, so if you're not like going into it with that expectation of this is a movie made for kids, you're not going to enjoy it nearly as much. But I thought it was good. I thought that some of the comedy worked. I thought that overall the acting was relatively well done. The writing was pretty good. The concept was pretty cool. Overall, I definitely would recommend watching it if you have Disney Plus. I would definitely not say it's worth getting Disney Plus to watch it though, so it wasn't that good, but it was relatively good. My final overall rating for it is going to be a solid, I want to give it a solid 79. It was very solid. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I would have it ranked like in the top 15 movies that I've seen this year, but out of all of the Disney Plus original movies which I've seen, which I think I've seen like 4 or 5 now, I definitely would think that it's probably the best one, which isn't actually a great sign for Disney Plus original movies. They got to work on those. But yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bow. Bow, bow.